Welcome to our gasless caravan. In this little video, we're going to take you through the appliances that we use off-grid. And because we're here with Dave from Enerdrive,
hey guys,
we're going to run you through the power that each appliance draws. Now, the first appliance, you can see right here in front, is a coffee machine. And because I have no interest in coffee at all, go ahead, leave your comments below.
You're so sad.
I like coffee.
Dave needs a coffee.
I'm going to hand over to Chris. And Chris, would you like to make Dave a coffee?
100%. Dave, do you know I'm a professional barista?
Prove it.
Prove it. All right. This is a good one because I haven't tested this appliance to work out how much power it's using. So,
well, I can tell you right now, you've got 96% in your battery. So let's
96%.
give it a go.
Okay. All right. So we'll flick it on now, and I would say it'll probably start heating up.
Yep, it's just heating up now.
Starting to heat up. Okay.
Not using a lot of power at the moment.
All right. So we'll grind away now. We'll see what that does.
Yeah, let's do it.
This is nice coffee beans too, Dave. You ready?
Hope so.
Here we go.
So we're chewing just over 40 amps at the moment.
Okay.
Still 96% in the battery. Not a great day for solar today, so probably good for the purposes of this test though.
Yeah, it is, yes.
A little bit cloudy.
All right. Yeah, it is a little cloudy today. Got to get this weather back, eh?
Look at that. So you got some technique there,
Mate,
Chris.
I told you I'm a professional. All right, so this is going to be the tester now. So it's going to start heating up now a lot. Are we ready for it?
Let's do it. Oh, there it goes.
Here we go.
So your element's definitely kicked in there now. We're about 110 amps.
Okay. But this is going to take 30 seconds.
Yeah, so it's about sort of 110 to 120 amps, fluctuating a little bit. And the thing is, 110 amps per hour sounds like a lot of energy.
Yep.
You've got 600 amps of battery power there, BTEC batteries.
Yep.
And they can certainly cope with that kind of load and then some, which we'll see later on with other appliances.
100%, yeah.
So I'm not concerned at all about that.
If it was concerning, I'd still have it
I was
anyway,
gonna
mate.
say-
It's important. It's coffee.
I was going to say,
It's essential.
Chris isn't going to care if you're concerned or not, Dave.
It's essential.
This is happening regardless.
Well, on a serious note, I think the key is this happens in this particular van every morning, right?
Every single, or 2 or 3 times.
2 or 3 times a
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
Yeah. Still sitting on 96%.
Okay.
Solar at the moment, the clouds have moved a bit. We're putting in just shy of 40 amps an hour.
Okay.
So we're offsetting that energy consumption somewhat, but we are still hovering either side of about 120 amps an hour.
Okay. So there we go. You have one gorgeous barista coffee.
Thank
And
you.
literally 30 seconds. We haven't seen any drop in state of charge.
96% state of charge.
There we go. Happy days.
Thanks,
I'm going to
guys.
have a coffee machine.
Yeah. Great.
Good coffee.
While we're in the normal kitchen, yes, in this caravan we have 2 kitchens. We have a second one out the back there. In the normal kitchen, we also have a kettle for those of us that drink tea and not coffee. So, Dave,
Yes.
are you ready?
Yes,
This
let's
is
do
also an appliance we've not tested in here, but we do know it does not run on a 2000 watt inverter. Ready?
Let's do it.
Bing! Anything?
Yeah, it's up there. 175, nearly 180 amps
Okay.
consumption. It's a lot of power, but I can confidently say not an issue at all.
Yeah.
Battery system will handle it. Even one 200 amp battery would handle that.
Yeah.
You would definitely want to use though the 2600 watt Enerdrive inverter, which is obviously what this van here is equipped with.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's going to support that load, no problems at all. The good thing is, of course, with a kettle, a lot of energy, short amount of time, a bit like me, no issues at all.
Now we're going to head back to the butler's kitchen down the back of the van where the important appliances are. Air fryer, Thermomix. Here we are in the butler's kitchen in the back of the caravan where the very important appliances live. So to start with, Dave's out there. Stick your head in, Dave. Say good day.
Hello.
Dave's out there with the Marine, so he's going to be watching what the power system's doing, the ins and the outs and all that sort of thing, and he's going to let you know as we use the appliance. So this is the Philips XXL, 2,225 watts. I'm just going to turn it on, set it to 180 degrees, pushing, oh, probably helps if I put some time on there. I'll just put it on for 10 minutes now, and then push start. So what we found with this air fryer is that it tends to draw quite a bit when it starts up. What's it drawing, Dave?
Yeah, 185 to 190 amps at the moment, just hovering in that bracket.
Yeah. So as it's heating, it draws quite a lot of power, but then once we find once it's come to temperature, or so it seems that when it comes to temperature, it drops right back down quite low.
Yeah, and that makes sense. Like, to me, that makes sense. You know, it gets to temperature and then effectively varies back down, which is great for your batteries.
Yeah.
The batteries will handle this kind of current, but it's really comforting to know that during a longer cook, it's not consuming this much power for the entirety. And out of curiosity, what do you cook with it, Mariam?
What do I cook with the air fryer? What a good question you asked, Dave. So we hard boil eggs. We do bacon, eggs, we bake cakes, we do quiches, we do pork belly, we do roasts, we do pizza all the time, at least 2
So a
or 3
roast
times
would
a
take
week.
a long time.
Yeah, well, I did one the other day actually, and it was 2 hours.
Yeah, wow.
It was actually it was about an hour and a half, I think. A preheat for 10 minutes and then an hour and a half in the air fryer.
So when it settles down after that first sort of 5-10 minutes, do you know roughly how much power it uses?
Wish we'd paid more attention, but we
We'll
think
see
it's
today.
somewhere around 20, 30 amps possibly.
Okay.
So it drops back considerably. So what it tends to do, those of you that have a Philips XXL will know there's a reheat function down here, and you can just push the reheat and it just gives bursts and it goes back again. And that's what this tends to do when it's cooking as well. It gets to temperature, it draws a lot of power, then it drops back down.
Well, let's
then
run this
it
for half
kicks
an
in.
hour.
Yeah, okay.
We'll run it for half an hour and we'll have a really good understanding of how much power it actually uses.
Just increase that to 29 minutes now.
Perfect. And at the moment, we've got 96% now batteries.
Okay.
So we'll come back in 30 minutes and check it out. We just need to find a way to keep busy now for 30
Should have
minutes.
put a pizza in there or
Yeah.
baked a cake. All right, I'm sure there's plenty that we can do while we're waiting for this to do its thing. So you want to go outside and have a bit of a play, Dave?
Done. Let's do it.
Come on, Dave. Let's check out what this air fryer's doing.
I want to do more sand
Oh,
castles.
come on. 3, 2, 1.
91%. So there you go. Yeah, that's remarkable. We used 5%. Naturally, there is solar working for us at the moment.
Yeah.
But
There you go.
30
5.
minutes, 5% consumed out of the battery. At this moment in time, we're putting in 24.5 amps. No doubt over the last half hour, while we've been having a great time outside, I have no doubt that we've probably seen in excess of 60 amps an hour for portions of that half hour period. But to actually consume 5% during the middle of the day out of this battery bank at 180 degrees
180 degrees.
for 30 minutes, pretty cool. It's doable, guys. Absolutely doable.
Coming over to the Thermomix now. I know a lot of you guys use Thermomixes in the Caravan or are thinking about taking the Thermomix with you because you ask me all the time. So we're going to show you exactly how much power it uses. Once again, we're going to turn the appliance on. Just going to wait here for it to do its thing. Okay, so the first screen that we have that appears here reads, unexpected shutdown. Please always use the selector to shut down your Thermomix. So what happened was this was actually turned on before and Dave turned the inverter off. So
Sorry.
that's something to remember when you've got your Thermomix in the Caravan, is to always hold this down to turn it off before you shut the inverter down, because the Thermomix has got a computer in it and it likes to be shut down gently. So we're just going to click OK, and we won't do that again, and we'll skip through all the warnings. And OK. So what we've done is put some water in here. So we're just going to set it to, I don't know, we'll just do 5 minutes for now. We'll put it to Varoma, which is the highest temperature you can have it to, and we'll put it on speed 2. And Dave's going to tell us what happens out there.
Okay, so yeah, 110 to 115 amps
Okay,
currently per hour being consumed.
so that's quite a bit less than the air fryer.
Yeah, it's actually more efficient in that sense. Out of curiosity though, what kind of things would you cook in that?
So this you would cook soups, you can cook rice in it.
So what sort of time frame do you typically run it for?
That's literally anywhere from 2 minutes to 30 minutes.
So 30 minutes, in all fairness, if you're using 110 amps, you've consumed 55 amps out of a 600 amp battery bank.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot, but this solar system, just before I saw it delivering 70 amps.
Yeah,
So in less than an hour, you could replenish half an hour's of cooking.
Yeah.
Power worth of cooking.
this is actually, we've found a really simple appliance to take along with you, in that a lot of people have 2,000 watt inverters. We used to run this in our old Caravan with the 2,000 watt inverter.
Yeah, nice.
So this one definitely needs the 2600. This one is fine on the 2000.
But I can definitely see why inverters are so much more in demand now. And I know
Yeah.
from your point of view, you've gone from a 2,000 watt to a 2,600
Yeah.
watt. And today we're clearly seeing why, particularly with the likes of this Philips.
The air fryer and the
Yeah,
kettle.
and
The
the
kettle
kettle,
also
yeah.
was not usable on the 2000
And let's not
watt.
forget, this is a gasless van. There are no gas bottles in this van.
No gas oven.
No gas oven. You don't need these items in a gasless van or any caravan, but Miriam, you need these appliances.
I do. I love these appliances. I use them all the time. This is what we cook pretty much every meal in, either the Thermomix, the air fryer, or one of the double induction cooktops that we have.
And it's totally doable.
Absolutely.
You guys have been living in this van for nearly a year now.
Yeah.
Running off 600 amps of BTEC batteries,
Yeah.
solar on the roof.
Yeah.
Clearly we can see here today the kind of energy that you use.
Yeah.
The key is that you're replenishing that power on a daily basis.
Absolutely. The solar coming in even on a cloudy day is enough for us to be completely able to use what we're using.
And let's face it, even if you don't want a Thermomix or an air fryer, if you're gasless, you probably do, if you live in your van, you certainly do want some means of cooking.
Yeah.
And this is the kind of energy that you will consume when you're cooking from battery power. So it's worth investing properly in a power system, but we're not done yet. Air conditioning.
Air conditioning and
Huge
double induction cooktop as well.
Oh, my word, yeah.
Yeah, so a couple more appliances to show you, but I think you're getting the idea now. It's definitely doable.
Absolutely.
Now we're back in the normal kitchen. This is one of our double induction cooktops. So we have this one inside. We also have one in our slide-out kitchen. All right, are you ready, Dave?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay.
Induction cooktop.
Here we go. Hot plate on 5.
Yeah, it's starting to ramp up now. Okay, so that's about 135, 140 amps actually.
Okay.
Yep. Not too bad. It's cooking, obviously. I think the key with an induction cooktop is you're not going to run it for an hour. I can't think of anything you're going to cook on a saucepan that runs for an hour. I know in my family, bacon, eggs, you know, it's a 10-minute process. Miriam, what do you generally do with the induction cooktop?
It's usually cooking stuff that's quite quick. So usually about 15 to 20 minutes. There is the odd occasion when I do like a silver side or something and I don't do it in the camp oven or the slow cooker and I do it on here and I do it for 2 hours.
Sure, so
But
it does happen.
Yeah, it does happen, but that's on a low temperature.
Okay, so let's wind it down.
Okay, well it's on 5 at the
It's
moment.
on 5 now?
So let's put it down. What we normally run it on is 3.
Okay, so at the moment we're 100 amps. It just switched off.
I was going to say, does it bounce up and down?
Yeah,
'Cause
now
you
it
can
is.
hear
It's just doing it now. It's varying considerably. So it's hard to put an accurate value on that.
It ticks on and off.
Certainly not an issue though. It's quite achievable. Batteries are going to handle it. Inverters certainly up to the task.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. So ideal. And just because we can, let's go full noise.
Okay. Oh, actually, I haven't done this before. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. It goes up to 9.
Okay.
We've just got water in the pan, by the way.
165, 170 amps.
Okay.
So, yeah, perfect. Not an issue at all. Very similar to a bit earlier when we were running the air fryer.
The yeah.
Yeah.
The bubbles are just starting to form, so the water's boiling.
Okay, done.
Yeah.
Let's move on to air conditioning.
Which happens to be right above our heads. Air conditioning is on. We are set to 16 degrees. What's going on over there, Dave?
65 amps. The good news is, at the moment, it's not great weather outside, but we are still producing, well, it's just varying now. There's obviously a bit of cloud coverage, but to give you an idea, we're putting in 27 amps at the moment, and our total power actual consumption is 35 amps. So we've got this set as cold as it can possibly go, and depleting out of our batteries at the moment, poor solar conditions outside, granted there's 8 panels on the roof, is an actual consumption of, it's varying all over the place at the moment, but I've seen it vary from 13 amps consumption to about 30, 35 amps consumption. Pretty cool. Now, the key is, you would not normally set this for 16 degrees, and
it's really, really cold.
It's uncomfortable.
It's blowing on your face.
Chatting with Chris, thanks Chris behind the camera.
No worries, buddy.
And lots of other customers. We know from experience that this is the Dometic Harrier Plus, by the way. It's averaging, in terms of battery consumption, anywhere from sort of 45 to 65 amps an hour on average. And naturally, that depends on where you are, the environment, meaning temperature and so forth, will have a big effect on how much power you use. The key is, though, for a system like this, Aussie Destinations Unknown, Chris and Miriam, they can rock up somewhere, be driving, be tired, just want a break for a few hours of driving, crank up the aircon and not even think about their batteries, just turn it on. If it's the middle of the day, there's a high probability that when they're done, their battery will be even more full than when they left, because there's enough solar on the roof to, if it's good weather, there's enough solar on the roof to actually replenish that power to keep up with that load.
That's definitely happened before.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
But with 600 amps of batteries, presuming no solar whatsoever, could be a really hot evening, for instance. you know, their battery system alone can manage a few hours easy and then some.
Yeah.
So it's totally doable to run air conditioning. No, naturally, we're not trying to run air conditioning all night.
No.
Put 900 amps in here, you can do it, but remember, you need to be able to replenish the power.
Yeah.
So there's always a catch when you start trying to consume too much power for too long.
And the other thing to remember is that if you are running the air conditioner, you've got it set to 16 or whatever it is to cool the van down. You're not going to go and turn the air fryer on and run the double induction cooktop at the same time.
Spot on.
So you have to be aware of what appliance is drawing what amount of power to know which ones that you can use together. So I know I can use this and the Thermomix at the same time, but I cannot use this set to 5 and the air fryer at the same time. So,
and it's worth noting, when you're trying to go gasless, the key is not to be able to run air conditioning all day.
No.
The key is to get your van to temperature, have a good quality Caravan, well insulated.
Insulation.
Have these fans up here, help
Yeah.
circulate the air, crank the aircon back a little bit or just turn it off altogether when the temperature is right. And enjoy a well insulated Caravan, an efficient Caravan. That's how you remove gas bottles. You need to look at the overall picture,
Absolutely.
not just the appliance. Yes, we need good quality appliances like Dometic, efficient appliances, but the rest of the van is important as well, so we can
Absolutely.
keep the van cool, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And there you have it. That's our gasless Caravan. Those are our appliances, how we run them, and how much energy is drawn. Thank you so much, Dave,
You're
for
welcome.
assisting me with this video. And we will see you guys again next time. Don't forget to subscribe, leave us a comment, like the video, and what do they have to do, Dave?
Hit the bell.
Hey, smash that bell.